I'm Combat Craig, and today's topic is VA disability ratings for flat feet, aka Pes Planus. VA disability ratings for flat feet. It's called Pes Planus. Get your head wrapped around that phrase. It's the flat feet, the arch in your feet, right? It's a deformed foot in which the position of the bones relative to each other has been altered with the lowering of the longitudinal arch. Also, pes planus or flat feet could be something that you went into the service with. It could have been a pre existing condition. Good place to look to see if this is the case is to go check in your MEPS records. Do they notate when you went in? Did you have flat feet? And if so, that it is what it is. Then you're going to file a claim because the your active duty service aggravated your pre-existing condition. That happens a lot too. In my case, it wasn't notated, and my active duty service caused it, and then it got worse as time went on. So, acquired pes planus means a deformed foot in which the position of the bones relative to each other. Oh, I just said that, I think. Sorry about that. I'm just getting stuck on my own words. So, let's talk about how the VA rates pes planus, flat feet. So, in deciding the disability rating for flat feet, the VA uses the rating schedule 38 CFR 4.71A, which covers the musculoskeletal system. Ratings can be assigned up to 50% and are decided as follows. I finally got a fair rating in my feet, and I have a 50% rating in my feet, so I know this one. It's near and dear to my heart, and listen up. So, mild pes planus. When you get out of the service, you are in, suck it up mode. Don't complain a whole lot, all that kind of stuff. So, you might have gone in, you might have had some problems with your feet. I'm sure you did. I mean, the boots that we wore sucked. The forced marching, depending on what you did, all that kind of stuff. You have foot complaints in your service treatment records. And this is one of the easiest ways to prove direct service connection because most of us have complaints. Even if you're not complaining, I mean, you remember what that's like. Like you had to be excused, like no more forced marching, like I'm out. So mild pes planus symptoms can be relieved using arch supports. At this rating, the flat feet are considered mild and non-compensable. And this is the first thing the VA is going to do and something that you should be aware of here. Let me just push this down. When you get your rating, or when you start going to the VA, seeing a VA podiatrist, seeing your own podiatrist or something like that, one of the first moves the VA makes when you say you have foot problems, this is usually at the Veterans Health Administration, your treating physician, they're going to prescribe you insoles. You go get, there's a couple ways to do it, but I've gotten them a couple times. They take casts of your feet, and then they make custom insoles, and the podiatrist charges the VA like $1,800 or something like that. And then you have custom insoles, and you're supposed to take them in and out of everything. And it's like, come on, guy. Like, can't you hook me up with like 5 pairs of these things? I have 3 pairs of snow boots. Like digging down into my boots and stuffing these things in there is just not, just doesn't work. But, they don't care. You get 1 pair of them. So if you slide those insoles in and they solve the problem 100%, and then you go file a claim and you're not complaining about it anymore, you're going to end up with a 0% rating. Insoles, take care of everything. Veteran has no problems. That's not the case. I learned the hard way. I wasn't complaining enough. I didn't know I could complain. 10% rating for pes planus. If there's pain in using the foot, the weight bearing stays on the big toe rather than spread over the whole foot, or there's an inward bearing of the Achilles tendon, whether unilateral or bilateral. So the pain in your feet, you're like, on your toe, or you're walking on your heel. And you know this, right? You'll have uneven wear on the inside of the outside of your shoes because you walk like this. Not to mention that you're hobbling around, but there's like clear signs on your shoes that you're walking wonky. So this is considered mild. VA does not break it off very big for orthopedic conditions. That's why we're going to talk about secondary conditions, and we'll go into those in a little bit here. Severe Pes Planus, 20%. Severe unilateral flat foot with clear deformity, regular swelling upon use, and characteristic calluses. 30%. Same symptoms, but occurs in both feet, which is also known as bilateral Pes Planus. I'm going to sit on this for a second because bilateral Pes Planus, bilateral foot problems in general are very common. If you have a condition in one foot, I am no doctor, I'm no lawyer, I'm no accredited agent, but I do know if you're hobbling around and walking on the insole of your left foot, your right foot is overcompensating way too much for it. So you are shooting for the bilateral factor, I think, in every single foot claim that you file. So keep that in mind. Also, when you add in, you'll start off with Pes Planus, right? I actually started off with metatarsalgia because I busted my feet. Let me get a little Mountain Dew here. I started off with metatarsalgia from busting my left foot. And then over time, actually it took me a lot of time just to get the 10% rating because I was a moron and didn't go. But after I went and I was seeing a podiatrist, then plantar fasciitis also developed and flat feet also developed. And basically what happens is these foot conditions, they will stack on, and that's how you get these 20 and 30% ratings. So it's probably not just flat feet going on. You probably have other things, but probably is not enough. You're going to need a doctor to diagnose you for this. Pronounced Pes Planus, 30%. It's possible to get this rating in a unilateral occurrence if the Achilles tendon is inwardly displaced and experiencing spasms, if there is marked pronation, which is walking on the inside of the foot, or if there is severe tenderness of the plantar surfaces of the foot. So I have plantar fasciitis. I don't have my little foot thing. Most people get it in their heel. This is my hand. I'm aware of that. Most people get it in their heel and they describe it as heel pain. I get it up here. The plantar fascia tissue runs, it's a big thick band that runs across the bottom of your entire foot. So any part in there, severe tenderness, which I have, is 30%. That's why I have a 30% rating in my right foot. 50% rating, if the same symptoms of pronounced unilateral flat foot occurs in both feet. That's what I ended up with. Well, actually, I have 20 in one and 30 in the right. So I have 50 overall.